Hello everyone, this is the Brush Prince with another Attila tournament match cast. This is going to be the Barbarian team tournament. It is a group stage, and hang on a second, I need to check who is playing who. One quick second. Alright, so this is again, this is group stage, USSR versus Wolf Clan. And it's a 2v2 between, let's see here, Houseplant playing as Alans, Pyro playing as the Vandals. That's the Wolf team. As for USSR, we have Diversant as the Langobards and Olaru as the Huns. So let's go over the Wolf team first. We are in slow motion. Then let's see, Wolf team, where's the general? Here we have, where's the general? Okay, there it is, Germanic nobles with brace. For the rest of the forces, well, up front we actually have 4 Germanic pikes supported by a bunch of these Germanic archers, looks like 4 of them. Then 2 skirmish cav, 2 Sarmatian cataphract archers, bronze 1. A bunch of these noble Germanic horsemen, it seems. Well, 2 noble Ani cav, bronze 2 to start things off, and then 4 noble Germanic horsemen, 3 bronze 1 and 1 bronze 2. For the infantry contingent though, I mean actual shock inf, we have 3 of these elite accuracy warriors. Now though, for the Vandals, let's see. We have the Germanic nobles brace general, of course. Also 4 pikes up front, very interesting, with 4 of these Germanic archers. Behind those though, we have, let's look at the cav. So looks like 2 noble Lani cav in total with 4 noble Germanic horsemen as well. Then we have, let's see, an interesting mix. Looks like 2 Vandal berserkers in total, and then 2 noble Suebi swordsmen and a single noble Germanic swordsman. So that's the Wolf build. Now for the USSR, let's see, the Huns, Steppe Chieftain bronze 2 with brace. Whoopsie daisies. Up front though, we see a bunch of steppe bows, 6 of them. As for cav contingent, looks like 6 of these noble steppe cataphracts, not a bad choice at all. Then a lot of Ur warriors, I believe 6 Ur warriors, they are all bronze 1, so definitely a good build for the Huns here. Now let's actually take a look at the Langobards. So the Langobards, Germanic nobles general with brace. Up front though, we have a bunch of these Germanic hurlers, no archers interestingly enough, so 3, 4, 5 Germanic hurlers, very interesting. Then 6 noble Germanic horsemen, all bronze 1. Looks like 2 horse hewers in total and a bunch of Gadansmen, 3, 4, 5, is it 6 Gadansmen indeed? And they are all, actually 5 of them are bronze 1. So those are the builds. Let's hit fast forward and just watch this game. So again, whoever wins this gets 2 points in the matchup between USSR and Wolf. Definitely a slight skirmish advantage to Alans and Vandals, that is the Wolf team, because they have 8 Germanic archers. Thing is though that there are more skirmishes on the field for the Langobards and Huns, and if the archers target these Germanic hurlers, I don't think they'll be cost effective. Now here come the hurlers up front. We need to see precision shot being used, or kiting, and there's no kiting so far, so looks like the Germanic hurlers are gonna get in range with no problem whatsoever. Still no kiting by the archers actually. No kiting whatsoever. There's gonna be an engagement over here, which clearly Alan's going to win. But nice kiting though by the Alans for sure. Looks like both the Vandals and Alans are going to be kiting, as they have superior range with Germanic archers. Not a bad choice at all, honestly. However, looks like there's just gonna be a lot of focusing going on here by the Alans. Very nicely done. This steppe bow is just going to die completely. Now there's gonna be more. I don't know what's happening with these units. There was a Yeah, there was a bad movement order given by the Allans. So now these units are just going to be doing some very, very odd things, as you can see here. This is very strange. Maybe this is on purpose, but I doubt it, because this definitely looks extremely weird. However, these hurlers are starting to get a couple of kills, which is quite important on the pikes, actually. And even on the archers, so yeah. But this Steppo is just about to die. Granted, some of the ammo was used on these Germanic archers, but Steppo's dying very, very quickly here, as you can clearly see. And then, but yeah, the thing is, these 8 pikes are just going to be so annoying for the enemy to deal with, actually. Just 8 pikes on the field, I mean, that's gotta be annoying. How are you? You're gonna have to go around them, because it's gonna be difficult to push through unless you have heavy infantry. Then you can, I guess, cost effectively break through them, but that's not the case here. These Germanic archers wasting a lot of ammo trying to kill Steppo's. I mean, they kind of have to, but this is still not effective. They should target the cataphracts with flaming shot, however. That's not what they're doing right now. I mean, I don't know why they're not targeting them. Okay, there we go. So, looks like they're gonna start firing at them right now. Here come the flaming shots into these Noble Step Cataphracts. Very nicely done. Gonna do damage not only to the Noble Step Cataphracts, but also to the ores, because the ores are right behind them. So the overshooting coming into play here. Though the pikes are taking a lot of damage right now. As you can see, this one is down to 70. Some nice targeting by these 2 step bows onto 1 pike unit. Looks like there's going to be a cav engagement here, but Hun's definitely totally out of position for this one, because they have no infantry support. There's more cavalry here for the Allans. Even these Sarmatian Cataphract horse archers, which I don't know what they're doing, but they should be going around trying to hit those archers right now. As for the right flank, you can see that the Vandals are going to be holding with these pikes. They still have Vandal Berserkers and Noble Swebby Swordsmen on the field. Over here, these Wars do not want to break through the Germanic pikes, but there's going to be a gap soon in these pike units, and I believe yeah, that these Wars can actually break through, because it's just like 70 left. And as you can see, this Noble Step Cataphract basically dead. This Elite Agatharsi Warrior trading very well here, especially with some cav charge support. So this is a very bad move here by the Huns, attacking like that. This pike unit is actually not in position. Oh, is it? It's just barely. It's going to drop the pikes, and it's going to kill a couple of noble Germanic horsemen. This is a huge mistake by the Langobards. Very nicely done with the pikes. Here, going to pull out and lose a lot of noble Germanic horsemen to Germanic pikes. So at this point, I would say it's looking really good for the Wolf clan, but very bad move here with the Sarmatian Cataphract horse archers. Going to pull him out though. But again, this engagement just went horribly for the Huns, and very obviously very well for the Allans. This engagement though, I would say that it's still not going well for the Langobards. Very nice cav charge here by the noble Germanic horsemen into the Godhansmen as well. Just look at this unit dropping so quickly in number to that cav charge. Now, as you can see here, these Noble Step Cataphracts, yeah, they did damage to Elite Agatharsi, but these units are all bogged down now, and the left flank of the Allans has just won a decisive victory over the Huns. And as you can see here, this Noble Germanic Horseman, yeah, it might actually die in melee here, but it's holding out very well against these 4 units and allowing the archers of the Allans to do a lot of work. The thing is, these pikes need to be rearranged to face the threat of these war warriors. This could be a nice cav charge by the noble Germanic horseman. Now the Germanic nobles general of the Vandals is engaged in the fight, so that is a little bit... how should I put it? That's a little bit risky, but here comes the Langobard Germanic noble general. He's going to try and engage himself, but these units of the Huns are already off the field. Now we're going to see the Steppe Chieftain, it's going to get focused soon. Looks like these units are going to try and go for it. And now the Cataphract archers are going to go into the melee. Pikes here rearranged. Still some pikes here that are actually going to be killing off the noble Germanic horsemen with support of noble Lanikav. Right flank though, looks like it is turning around. Potentially, yeah, indeed. Noble Swebby swordsman going to lose here to Godwin's men, clearly. And the Vandal general is going to die. But here, this Godwin's men soon dying, and Horsehewer as well. So I think the attrition will be good enough here on the side of the Vandals, because as you can see, the Alans have just a lot of units left, and now these War Warriors are just going to get so crushed by all these cav units that the Alans still have left. Now the general of the Huns is in a lot of trouble. With the cav support that the Alans can send in, he'll be dead even quicker, but I don't like what the Alans are doing here, just a blob of like 4 cav units, and yeah, this is not great, because they should have sent other cav units to hit all these archers. That would have been a much better choice. Here the hurlers flanking the pikes, actually, that's pretty interesting. But still, here come more cav units for the Alans. Steppe Chieftain pulling out, but this means that he's just going to die. But again, the Vandal Germanic Noble is not looking great at all. Godansmen here, because they're, wow. Because they're berserk, they're just gonna run away from the enemy. Interesting. This pike got actually routed by the hurlers, and the hurlers are now attacking the rear of these pikes, so that's interesting. Again, the Steppe Chieftain here of the Huns in a really bad position. This Germanic Noble holding on extremely well against these units, but of course it is going to eventually die. And that's not going to be good for the Wolf team at all. But I would say they're still in a pretty good advantage. The general of the Alans is in good shape. And they have a lot of units left, though. They have to start moving up their units because... oh, this is going to be a really nice scav charge into those hurlers. Just going to knock them off the field completely for no losses whatsoever. Ooh, actually, I think just now the general of the Vandals died, but somebody else's general died. I don't know who. I think the Hun general, probably. Yeah, the Hun general died, which doesn't really matter at this point because the Huns don't really have units left. Though right now, yeah, the Langobards, just not a lot of units left. These cav units can probably just finish off the entire army of the Langobards. These 3 Nobilani cav, well, 2 Nobilani cav and a single noble Germanic horseman with a cataphract archers as well. They might actually be going in for the engagement. I mean, I honestly wouldn't do this. This is risky. These units are now exhausted. Well, everyone's exhausted, but there's no infantry support for the Alans. But sending in the units like this is pretty risky because now the Langobards can use brace, which is very important. And then there's a lot of support coming in here. This is a bad move because they did not send support against that unit, actually. So it's not going to be as effective, a trade that is as effective. But I mean, with these scav charges, it seems like the Langobards cannot stop them. Oh, this is going to be one dead Godhuntsman. It's just going to rout. Still, here come the cataphract horse archers, which are going to go around and just rack up the kills onto all these units. So this unit is now going to pull out against the Germanic Noble because they can't really get a charge off. Here comes a cav charge of Nobilani against Noble Germanic. Nobilani should do well, but they actually have not as many men. Though here comes the support for the Alans. These Noble Germanic horsemen going to rear charge the Godhuntsmen here, and doing a lot of damage to the Germanic nobles as well. I don't know why these cataphract horse archers are not charging in melee. They could just destroy all these units right now. This Noble Germanic horseman, as you can see, it's soon going to die to the Alani cav. This unit getting focused actually by flaming shot, so I guess that is another good way of using the cataphract horse archers. Target down the enemy cav, though fire projectiles might actually rout this unit of the Alans. It's down to 1 morale. Wow, that's close, but looks like it should be gaining morale soon, up to 20, and this unit... Well, what's happening here? Yeah, this unit does rout off the field. Now the general of the Langobards is soon going to die, so this is going to be game. Even though a little bit risky, I mean, Wolf was a little bit risky at the end of the game with their forces. They did not wait for their infantry or their skirmish cav to engage, but it doesn't seem to have mattered. They still have a lot of men remaining, and that is going to be game. So Wolf takes 2 points. Let's look at statistics. For Houseplant was the Alans. Lots of kill on the cav, wow, and the elite Agatha warriors, very nicely done. For Pyro, Battle Berserkers 346 kills, amazing, and his cav did okay too. Now for Diversant, his Godhansmen, some of them were amazing. Even the Hurlers getting so many kills, wow. And the Noble Germanic Horseman. For Olaru though, I feel like he was the least effective in this 2v2. If you look at his wars, a lot of them wasted. His bows, I mean, they're cheap, so, I mean, they're kind of throwaway, but still. Then the Noble Steppe Cataphracts. Overall, they did a horrible job, as you can see here, except one of them. But yeah, that is game, so hope you all enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I'll see you next time.